What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Mythic Gamers. You guys are here with ClanKilla, and today I have a very special new video series for you guys. This is actually my first edited video back in a long time. Unless you guys are super OG to the channel, you guys remember my Clash of Clans tutorials. But Renee has been uploading so much good content, so many good videos lately, almost every day during the week. He got me super motivated. I wanted to help him out. So I typically live stream playing different games Thursday through Sunday, usually about 3 times a week. And if you guys like these videos, I'll make sure to keep this series going. So for my first video back, I wanted to do something that was pretty easy. So I chose to do a Destiny 2 raid guide. So for this raid, we're going to be doing the normal Eater of Worlds raid layer. This is a pretty simple and easy raid, so I thought this would be good to do a tutorial on. And this is going to be your best, most accurate guide for the Eater of Worlds raid. If you've never done this raid before, I highly recommend that you watch this video all the way through. But this is a pretty fun and easy raid, so if everyone knows what they're doing on your team, it will be short and it will be pretty fun. So let's get started. For the first section of this raid, it's a simple jumping puzzle. All 6 members of your team will jump onto these plates that come out of the water one at a time, and you guys will essentially play follow the leader. Once everybody's on the plate, the next plate will pop up out of the water. As long as 1 or 2 people have done this section before, you guys will get through it pretty easily. Even if you guys haven't done it before, you guys should get through this pretty easily. There are 4 sections. The only difference is on the second and third section, you guys will have to break into 2 groups of 3. But eventually, you guys will, like, one group will go to the left, one group will go to the right, and eventually you guys will meet back up. The 3-man team on the right will always take the lead when the 2 groups meet back up, and the left side will stay on their plate until the right side team gets ahead of them, and then again you're just playing follow the leader with the 6 people. Once you get all the plates to rise out of the water, you guys will complete the challenge, even if you guys don't even make it to the next platform, to the next safe area. Even if you guys all jump to that safe area, if you guys did not get all the plates to come out of the water, you guys did not complete the challenge. After you get all the plates out of the water, they'll all sink back down. Some of you guys will make it to the next safe area, and some of you guys won't, but all the plates will rise back out of the water, and you can jump across them very easily. So after the 4 sections, you guys will make it to the next area where all you have to do is fight some ads. They're pretty easy. There will be a couple orange bars that pop up. Typically, you're going to want to break into 2 groups of 3 and defeat the ads that way, because there's 2 spawn areas. So one group of 3 will go right where you guys started at. The next group of 3 will go to the far side, and I'll show it right there in my gameplay. It's pretty simple. After you defeat all of these ads, you guys will get a chest because you completed that part. Now after this, you're going to jump into this hole, and you're going to proceed to the next area, which is going to be the pistons that I'm assuming power the engine of the Leviathan ship. This part is also pretty easy. You guys don't have to do anything as a group. This is all solo. So there's going to be a little safe spot where you guys can hide, and when the pistons shoot, you won't die there. If you're out in the open, that would kill you. It's like a force of air, and it will just kill your guardian. So all you have to do is wait for the piston to shoot, run to the next safe area, and keep doing that over and over again until you make it through. The only way you're going to die here is if you're not patient. So after you guys make it through, you guys are going to go into this tunnel, and you're going to be launched out into this debris. Now this part of the raid is optional because it's just an optional exotic chest. When you guys are falling down, there's going to be 6 rings that you guys have to pass through in order for the chest to appear. So I always ask whoever I'm playing with, do you guys want to do the rings? And everybody always says yes. I don't really get why you don't get that much good stuff from this chest, but whatever, they want to do it. So if you guys miss any of the rings while you're falling down, all you have to do is jump off the platform, commit suicide, and you'll spawn back up at the top so you guys can try again for any of the rings that you guys missed. After the ring portion, you guys are actually in the boss arena already, so this is the most important part of the video. There are two parts to this boss fight, and this makes up majority of this raid. The mechanics for the two phases of the boss fight are very similar. The first phase, you are just trying to break open the capsule that the boss is inside of. There's that giant meteor rock looking thing. You guys have to break that open so you can actually see the boss. The second phase of this boss fight, you're actually trying to defeat him. So when you guys run into this portion, this arena, there's going to be 3 plates. That's those triangles that are down there. So each plate makes cannons, can make 3 cannons. They're all color-coded to the elemental energies that they correspond with. You're going to make cannons on these plates so that you can destroy the crater that the boss, or the meteor that the boss is inside of. So the void plate is where you enter in. The purple plate is the void plate. On the left side you have solar, which is orange, and on the right side you have arc, which is that light blue. So your team is going to break off into 3 teams of 2 with 2 people on each plate. The 2 people on each plate will then take 2 roles, either defender or runner. So you have a defender and a runner on each plate. They're going to have different duties as we go through, so I'm going to refer to them as defenders and runners. And in phase 2, you'll have the same positions: solar defender, solar runner, arc runner, arc defender, void runner, void defender. But you'll have different duties in the phase 2 when we get to that part when you're actually fighting the boss. If you look at the boss, there are craters inside of, or on this rock that you guys are trying to break open. Those craters will eventually spawn huge crystals with color-coded elemental energies. So I'll explain in more detail, but the basic strategy is you have to make cannons that are the same color as those crystals that pop up so that you can destroy those crystals. The three crystals are going to pop up at a time on one random side. That side will have to call out what crystals popped up. For example, a call out would be 2 solar and 1 arc at void plate. That means that there are 2 solar crystals, 1 arc crystal, and their location is at the void plate. You are responsible for killing your own crystals no matter where they are. Really try and make sure that everyone is being quiet and makes clear callouts so that the teams can grab the craniums and go to the correct plate so that you guys can beat this portion of the fight. So you're going to grab the craniums to the left of your plate. So always go to the left. That's where you're going to grab the craniums. That's what you actually use to make the cannons at your plate. So always make sure that you have 2 cannons cooking at all times. The runners are the ones that are going to be primarily responsible for destroying the crystals. So they're going to grab the cannons, go to wherever the crystals are, and destroy them. Defenders, their job is pretty easy. They're just going to stay in their area and kill all the ads that pop up. Now, if multiple crystals pop up of your element, your runner is probably going to need help, and the defender is going to grab the second cannon and run to wherever they're going and help defeat or destroy the crystals. Once you destroy your crystals, make sure to grab the craniums again and cook 2 more cannons again, because you always need those cannons ready, because those crystals are going to pop up very quickly. Make sure you do not take craniums from other people. Always take them from your cranium spawn area, because you're going to screw over the other team when they have to kill their crystals. The faster you guys can cook the crystals, the easier you guys are going to have with this part of the boss fight. This is really easy if everyone is moving around, cooking their cannons quickly, and everyone is making accurate callouts. This part is very, very easy. The last portion that I'll point out to you guys is do not freak out if 3 of the same energy crystal pops up. It is fine to destroy these 3 crystals with 2 cannons. So the runner and the defender will both grab their cannons. The runner or whoever will destroy the top one, and the other person will destroy the bottom one, and you'll have enough ammo in those 2 cannons left if you both shoot the middle one to destroy it. So again, you can use 2 cannons to kill 3 crystals. After all the crystals are destroyed, the boss will be fully revealed and the chest will pop up, meaning that you completed that encounter. There's a checkpoint there, so you guys will not have to do this phase again. Now you guys are on to phase 2, and you guys are fighting the boss, actually trying to destroy the boss. So you guys are going to have the same teams for this portion of the fight, but you don't have to make as many cannons. You really only have to make 3 cannons to break the shield of the boss so you can actually fight him. Everyone recommends that you make the full 6 cannons though, because you can use the other 3 cannons to damage the boss once his shield goes down, because those cannons do a ton of damage. So there are going to be 3 elemental orbs that pop up around the boss's shield. 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 on top. Whoever's side it's on will have to make that call out again, just like before. 1 arc, 1 void, 1 solar at solar. The runners are responsible for making the 3 elemental cannons to destroy the 3 orbs. So whichever side the orbs are on is going to be referred to as the damage plate. The 3 defenders will grab their craniums and they will go over to the damage plate and cook their cannons there. They're not going to use those until the boss's shield is down, which time you can shoot the boss and do a ton of damage with those. Once the runners have their 3 cannons made, again corresponding with the 3 orbs around the boss's shield, they will go to the damage plate and they will call out which orbs they're going to shoot. Because you could have 2 orbs of the same color, or even 3 orbs of the same color. There could be 3 arc orbs. So the void runner will have to say, I'm going to shoot the left one. The solar runner will have to say, I'm going to shoot the right one. And then the arc runner will be like, I'll shoot the top one then. So once the 3 runners are set in place, they'll count down 3, 2, 1. And they'll all shoot the orbs into the middle hole at the same time, which will drop the shield for the boss. All the 3 defenders are doing during this is just killing ads, making sure that that plate is clear so that they can do damage to the boss once the shield goes down. This actually starts the damage phase. Some tips for the damage phase: it's a pretty standard boss fight. You know, your Celestial Nighthawks with your one-shot golden gun, your empowering rifts, your Titan hammers, your rocket launchers. That's going to be really helpful to get that DPS in, because you guys are only going to have 4 chances to damage this boss. So make sure that you guys use the cannons that the defenders made to get that extra damage in. One more thing. During the boss damage phase, there's going to be some nets. That's what we call them, that fly out of the boss's face. You'll see them coming. Avoid those nets as best you can, because your teammates are going to have to shoot you out so that you just float away and die. So your teammates will have to shoot you out, and that's going to really mess up the damage that you do to the boss. There's also some flying suicide Vex bombers that will fly at you guys. You can see the lights when they pop up. Make sure you guys shoot those out of the sky, because they will kill at least one of you. After the damage phase, you're going to enter another phase, which is going to be referred to as the flinch phase. There are 6 glowing critical spots on the boss that will light up after the platforms pop up around the boss. You will have to shoot 2 of the 6 critical points until they blow up in order to get another chance to damage the boss. This means that you have 4 damage phases to defeat the boss. Once the shield closes up, this is after the damage phase, you guys are going to have to decide what critical points you guys are going to shoot and blow up. We usually say go to the left, the right, or the back, because there's going to be a critical spot there's 2 on the top of his head on the left side and the right side. Then he has his left and right arm, and then he has his shoulder blades, left and right shoulder blade. So if I said go up to the left, you guys are going to shoot the left head and the left arm because they're going to be right next to each other. It's too much work to try and shoot the left side of the head and then run around and shoot the right side of the head. So shoot the head and the arm on one side. Then your next turn you're going to shoot the head and the arm on the other side, and then the last time you shoot the left shoulder blade and then the right shoulder blade. That's the typical order that you guys will go in. Now unless he turns a certain way or you guys are on a certain side, if you guys get solar plate twice in a row, you might want to go that left side and then the back and then save the right side for last. Whatever's easiest. Just make sure you guys call it out very clearly. That's the most important part of this raid, is making all of these call outs clearly. That's why you have to keep the comms, all the chat, very clear. So after you make him flinch, you guys can actually shoot the cannons that he has on, it's like the top of his arm, almost like what you would say his shoulders are. So there's these 2 cannons, they look like giant Gatling guns. Shoot them until they blow up, and that'll make it so he can't shoot you with his purple giant blasts that he shoots out. So for the rest of the fight you won't have to worry about that. Now the shield is going to pop back up around the boss, and all you guys have to do is go, just rinse and repeat. Make the correct cannons again, take down the shield, damage the boss again. Remember that the runners have to make the correct cannons to shoot down the orbs. The defenders are just going to go to the damage plate and make extra cannons to shoot the boss with once the shield is dropped. So if the call out was 3 void orbs at arc plate, the 3 runners would all go to void plate so that they can destroy the orbs, and the 3 defenders would all go to arc plate because that's the damage plate that everybody's going to meet up at. If you watch what I'm doing in this video, I'm a defender and I'm trying to make a large amount of orbs for everyone. This is a little bit of a higher level thing, but if you guys master this, it works really, really well. So I have my Orpheus rig on my Night Stalker Hunter, and I'm just going to get my super back over and over and over again. And if we had a bunch of Celestial Nighthawks, they would just be able to get, I don't know, 5 shots off, and you guys would defeat the boss very, very easily. Once you guys get comfortable with different strategies like this, you guys can get a lot more creative with what you do. I'm kind of giving basic strategy at this point. I just wanted to thank everyone so much for watching this video and make sure that everyone knows how to do this raid so that they don't struggle, because that's the worst thing, is trying to teach someone that has no idea what they're doing with the raid. So if you guys ever have anyone that needs help, they're like, oh, I've never done this before and I don't really know what to do, tell them, hey, go ahead and take 20 minutes and go watch ClanKilla's tutorial on this raid so that you guys know what you're doing. It'll make your guys' job or your life really, really easy. Make sure that you guys follow us on Twitter so that you guys can see when we're doing live streams, when we're doing raids, when we're doing Xbox giveaways on Rocket League. We play all kinds of different games. If you guys ever need help with any raids or ever want to play, feel free to hit me up. If everyone likes these videos, I'm going to make sure to keep doing more. I'm going to leave a few more minutes of gameplay going, another round, and show when we actually defeat the boss. You guys don't have to stick around for that. I'm not going to give any more commentary or explanation. This is just in case anybody wants to see some extra gameplay. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you guys can see when I go live. Leave some comments for me. Thank you guys so much for joining, and remember guys, keep it clashy.